strategy. One of our clients was a consumer electronics company that was in a very strong head-to-head competition with another company that had a very similar product. Naturally, one of the things that we did was to monitor the competition in terms of their announcements and any communication they were making. Lo and behold, by monitoring the competitor, we had found out that there was a recall to their product that they were handling, but in a very sort of, shall we say, extremely low-key way. There was a product recall, and they very passively let people know that the product was dysfunctional. We, in turn, took a look at that, realized that with that product not being able to work the way it should work is something that would be useful to our competitor, because instead of buying that device, they would buy our client's device. So really it was a matter of alerting certain reporters who really are specialists in this kind of consumer technology about this, asking them if they were aware of the recall. It gave them the opportunity to contact our client's competitor and ask them about the recall, to which the competitor basically denied, because the PR department and I guess the customer service department weren't communicating to each other. In that case, the reporters realized that they had a story on their hands, because on one hand, the company had announced this recall on their website, but yet the media relations people at the company were denying that there was a problem. It gave the company a chance to dig down, and then lo and behold, in the process of doing their story about this particular product, they had to look at other products in the marketplace, which gave them the opportunity to quote our client about their product. And since the company with the defective product refused to talk to the press, all of the coverage on the faulty product morphed into a story about the positive attributes about our company's, our client's product. So the idea being, you want to monitor what your client is doing, you want to monitor your client's competitors, and if there's news that's coming out there, sometimes it's good to be first with news that's not so good about your client. Better off for you to tell it first than somebody else to tell it. And if your competitor isn't articulating the story and it's out there publicly, then it's really just a matter of you bringing that story to the attention of the media. And if the competitor is not going to articulate the story, hopefully the media will turn to you for a chance to articulate the story. So you can define your story and you can define your competitor's story without doing anything that is attacking the competitor. You're just bringing a fact to light that hopefully the media will be interested in. Media relations in the technology space, or really in any space, is really at a very unusual point right now because of the growth and explosion in technology. And because of things like Moore's Law or Kurzweil's singularity, the theory is that the pace of exponential change increases exponentially. So as much as things are changing now and how many new media outlets are multiplying right now, it's just going to get bigger. The fragmentation is going to accelerate. The audiences are going to get smaller. The new platforms such as wireless haven't really fully evolved yet. So the constant is change, and the constant in the change is accelerating change. Traditional advertising no longer works as a standalone vehicle. It used to be many years ago, you'd take out some ads on network television and that would get your message out to everybody. Because of technology, consumers, businesses are using technology actually to keep paid messages away. There are do not call registries, there are pop-up blockers, there are spam filters, there are all sorts of there are TiVos out there that enable people to fast forward through ads. So consumers and businesses are using technology to keep non-credible messages away, but at the same time, they're using this technology to bring content to them. So in the same way you use a TiVo to block an ad, you're using it to find a particular program at a specific time that you wouldn't be around to watch. You'd be using, in the same way you're using a spam filter to keep out unwanted news and information from your inbox, you're using an RSS feed to send news to your inbox that you want. So technology is making content more valuable than ever, and credible content more valuable than ever. So media relations is going to be a very effective tool for companies who are trying to reach consumers, businesses, or other audiences that are using the technologies available today that are blocking traditional paid advertising and accelerating content. The more you can move your company's messaging over to third-party credibility, and the more you can get the media and other content producers talking about your company and its good products or services, the more likely that message is to get through, because nowadays people are interested in the substance and pushing away the ads.